Keene State College today honors Jesse Green with the Honorary Doctor of Arts for his inspirational, diverse, and successful artistic pursuits, including his unique talent as a chainsaw sculptor. Known as The Machine, Mr. Green is a world-renowned Master Chainsaw Sculptor, star of National Geographic Channel's worldwide primetime series, American Chainsaw, and acclaimed motivational speaker, frontman for the cover band Fevah Dream, and author of forthcoming trilogy book series, Chainsaw, Cheeseburgers, and Rock and Roll. This is the first time I've ever read a citation like this. Mr. Green holds a fine arts degree in sculpture and 3D studies from the University of Massachusetts at Dartmouth. He has been awarded honors by both Massachusetts State Senate and Massachusetts House of Representatives for his work. He toured the country as the national MC and showrunner for the Paul Bunyan Lumberjack Show, and he's also starred as a worldwide commercial series lead for ESPN. Mr. Green was nominated by Keene State students because, quote, he is someone who strives to help inspire and motivate people to passionately chase their dreams, no matter what they might be, especially those most in need of a reason to believe that anything is possible. Another student said, he has enhanced communities in artistic ways by adding his sculptures to various community settings, and he has enhanced the people he has encountered by providing motivational engagement to encourage them to achieve their dreams. Mr. Green is the only person to ever hold the title of official chainsaw sculptor for Husqvarna USA. For more than 10 years, he has created large-scale sculptures for celebrities, musicians, foreign royalty, networks, universities, military organization, professional sports teams, travel destinations, corporations, religious groups, cities, towns, private art collectors, and many, many more. I am pleased to present Mr. Jesse Green in recognition of his inspiring engagement with youth and his successful pursuit in the arts, with the Honorary Doctor of Arts degree from Keene State College. Congratulations, Mr. Green. And now, Dr. Green.
Class of 2020, it is truly one of the greatest honors of my life to be your commencement speaker today, especially since I know that I'm not the usual sort of pick. I mean, I'm not exactly what you would call an academic. I actually do stuff like this for a living. I take tree stumps like this and turn them into stuff like this. My philosophies are also of a slightly different mindset. For instance, I believe opportunities are like cheeseburgers and I'll take all that I can get. For each one, a heavenly experience I almost never regret. To leave a cheeseburger uneaten is a waste. It's like turning your nose up at fate. Life's like that too, you know. We only have just so much time on the plate. Now, since it's 2020, we're making history and doing all this virtually. I'm going to take this opportunity, or cheeseburger, to give you a commencement address more visual than the rest. Just a quick story for if ever you start to think that your dreams weren't meant to last. Now buckle up, everybody, because we're going to go real fast. See, I was inspired by all the greats. Like these guys, these guys, these guys, these guys, these guys, and all their associates. But also by stuff like this, like this, like this, and like this. That's why my life's dream was always to be a famous artist like my main man, Bob Ross. And hey, maybe even do something for Disney one day. I've always wanted to make people smile, you see, and definitely wanted to be on TV. Making people laugh when I talked, an entertainer, a performer, a character, a traveler, and I definitely wanted to rock. Which was good because I wasn't always the best student per se. So college was a really big deal for me, pivotal in so many ways. I majored in sculpture, which my friends found hilarious, though I admit I've made a few jokes about it myself as well. But I was happy to be there and had more fun than I can tell. Junior year, though, I arrived at an extremely dangerous juncture. That's when I began experimenting with and quickly became addicted to chainsaw sculpture. Oh, it was love at first cut, my calling. I could now actually make giant cartoons out of wood. My fellow sculpture majors, however, did not think it was quite so good. They looked at me like this, because all they ever wanted to do was make stuff like this. They called my work too commercial, whatever that means, which was frustrating, but to my new calling I stayed devoted. And 20 years ago this year, happily, I graduated. I was ready to make my fame and fortune as a chainsaw sculptor, but I didn't know how. This was 2000. The internet wasn't even a thing yet for most people like it is now. In no time, I was out of money, and thus began a long series of dead-end and depressing jobs, one after the next, man. Even oftentimes living in a van down by the harbor. You thought I was going to say river. All my friends had jobs in their chosen fields. It seemed like everyone had passed me by, while I trudged along disconcerted, feeling like everything had gone awry. And though I definitely did learn a lot through it all, it was mostly just aggravating. It felt like my downfall. I hated it. I was miserable, completely dejected and blue. It was backbreaking, soul-crushing, and I got hurt doing it too. Luckily, somehow I managed to get married to a girl I met in college, which was great, but soon came another giant slap, as we soon realized we'd fallen into another all-too-common and treacherous trap. Compounding, mounting credit card debt. A crushing burden we wished we could forget. Feeling like I had no choice at all anymore, day in and day out, I punched the clock. Working endless overtime hours in anguish, hitting freight dock after freight dock. 7 years this all went on for. Looks like I don't need my nice art degree anymore. I began to really look forward to retirement, which was still at least 35 years away, wondering how or even if I was going to make it through another day. I had failed, and I was mad. Real mad. Hulk mad, Donald mad, until my brain completely overloaded. Until finally one day I just completely exploded. I called my wife. I told her I felt like I was wasting my life, that I wasn't living up to my potential. I hadn't been anywhere or done any of the things I wanted to do, wasting the college degree my parents had worked so hard to give me too. But I knew I could make it as a professional artist if I only just tried. God, I hadn't even ever really tried, I cried. And to her eternal credit, she said, just quit. I believe in you. I want you to be happy. You're not happy. Just quit. It was so unbelievably special that she was willing to do it. So I did. I marched right into the boss's office, cut the chains, walked away, and finally went off in search of my dream. The dream to do this. Sort of. You get what I mean. Figuring that now at age 30, one shot to pull it off was all I was going to get. I had to succeed or surely spend the rest of my life wallowing in deep regret. So what happened between then and now? Well, more hard work than my body has oftentimes wanted to allow. Years of grinding my gears and taking a few days off. Relentlessly I'd toil, torching my candle at both ends and burning the midnight oil. Working even harder than ever before, never stopping, no rest, through pain, aches, heartbreaks, long waits, and life-altering stress. But also, in a wicked nutshell, immeasurable success. As in one amazing dream gig after the next. I got to travel the country, emceeing the Paul Bunyan Lumberjack Show, seeing every single place I ever wanted to go. My band Fevah Dream reached to incredible heights of rock and roll. The National Geographic Channel gave me a $2 million primetime worldwide television show. In other words, my Olympics, my Super Bowl, my World Series, my WrestleMania, the dream. Later, they even put us out on DVD. And I definitely don't mind adding on that you can still watch it today on Amazon and most streaming services. I've done multiple things with the WWE, a huge personal accomplishment for me. And talk about a big notch on the resume, I became the only person ever to hold the title of the official chainsaw sculptor of Husqvarna USA. I did commercials for companies like Carhartt and 47 brand. Just last year, I did a whole worldwide commercial series for ESPN, the Boston Red Sox, and the New York Yankees, man. Which is Disney. Check. Plus press on top of press. Recognition and staggering excess. Magazines, radio, books, etc. And here's just a few I like the most. NPR, the New York Times, the Soup, Funny or Die, Variety, the Hollywood Reporter, and the Washington Post. I've done huge, personally satisfying projects. Online, my work has gone viral several times over, and every once in a while it happens again. I even got to drive clear across America in my very own custom-built dream van, man. While being sponsored in part by Dragon Naturally Speaking, to write a soon-to-be-released trilogy book series called Chainsaws, Cheeseburgers, and Rock and Roll, which you should know is also a highly acclaimed live multimedia motivational show. See? What'd you guys think of the show? Did you like it? In short, I got there. I became everything I ever wanted to be. And now this insane honorary Doctor of Arts degree, OMG? You mean I get to call myself Dr. the Machine Jesse Green? Are you kidding me? Or as my daughter intends to call me, Dr. Burger Belly. Speaking of, ultimately the best part really is the people who call themselves my biggest fans. My family, man. My main reasons for just wanting to be the best me that I can. But you know what really blows my mind all the time, I find? It's the thought of, what if I never tried? And so, graduates, my advice to you is simple, and it's simply this. Start living your dreams immediately, but also have patience. It is so easy to get dissuaded out there and want to throw in the towel at points, but don't. I know you think you'll have it all figured out by 25, but in the immortal words of my college buddy Barn, yeah, you won't. It's going to be hard. You'll face confusion, frustration, and fears. Anger, isolation, depression, desperation, even tears. There will be victories, there'll be losses, aggravating situations, annoying people, challenging clients, and difficult bosses. Hurdles, maddening delays, unthinkable challenges too. Some will even seem like they were created just to mess with you. But never forget that you have a much better head start than millions of others across time and earth ever got. P.S. I also think it's important for you to know that even in your dream job, there's still going to be days where you just don't want to go. It's better than the alternative, though. That's why I really just want to impress that everything happens for a reason, and it's all a part of the process. Everything is a learning experience. It just all takes time. Sometimes a long, long time. But write your goals down, look at them often, and always bear in mind that the key to success is to visualize success, especially through the madness and mess. It's called the law of attraction, and it's as real as you or me. Look into it for yourself, and I guarantee you'll see. You really do have the power inside you to be anything in this life that you need to be. But I shouldn't have to convince you that hard work and determination pays off, see? Because you just got yourself a college degree. Thank you so much to Mighty Madison Olson, all the senior class officers, and the entire Commencement Awards Committee, who boldly bucked tradition and convention to choose me for this juicy once-in-a-lifetime dream opportunity. Plus, a very special thank you to distinguished alumnus Sydney Olson, too. Sid, you're so cool. I'm so proud we're forever now tied to the same school. And thank you as well, President Treadwell. Truly, you are a born leader of enlightenment and great knowledge, overseeing the greatest, most community-minded, most awesomest institution in all of human history, Keene State College. Class of 2020, congratulations, best of luck. Remember to eat every cheeseburger you can before they're gone. Visualize your plan, crank the music up in your van, and rock on. Thank you. Wait! Almost forgot. You guys actually commissioned me to carve the senior class gift, the mascot. And here it is. Presenting the Keene State College Owl. Not too commercial now, am I?